Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for another vlog. I'm really loving picking up the camera at the minute and just keeping you updated on what's going on in life. So I thought I'd do the same again today. I have just got back from the gym, as you can probably tell from the redness in my face. That was so hard. That was literally like my second session back, and Blakely run a, as in the clothing brand, run a like fitness event. It's kind of similar to High Rocks, but it's called the Apex Games. And we basically did like a simulation of that. I'm not doing the Apex Games. I would never sign myself up for that, let alone when I've just started getting back into the gym. So that was so hard, but I'm glad I've done it. I'm now back home, ready to get on with a load of work that I need to get done today. I also need to put these flowers in the bin because they're really dead. I had a surprise delivery from Freddie's Flowers the other day. Look how cute these are. They have like these gorgeous mini lilies in them on this side. Like, how unreal is that colour? But like I said, I've literally just got back, so I'm gonna make myself a little yogurt bowl. I think I've got some yogurt, mango and some granola, so I'm gonna do that for some breakfast. And then I need to shoot a campaign today. I've got a call at 2 p.m. and then I need to pick Brad up from the station. So a day of work and then a nice chilled evening, which should be good. I also need to repot my chili plant. You might have seen this in the last vlog, but I bought my chili plant a little chili pot to put it in, so I need to do that at some point today because this was looking very sad the other day because I keep forgetting to water it. I'm really not the best plant mum at all. But it's currently Tuesday, and yesterday I actually had a really fun and exciting morning. I didn't know if I was going to speak about this online because I feel like everyone does this whole process very differently, but I went engagement ring shopping with my mum, which honestly felt so weird. Like, to have a ring on this finger was the weirdest feeling in the world. You guys probably know, like, me and Brad have been together for 12 years and we're not engaged yet. Everyone's always like, why are you not engaged? Like, do you reckon he's gonna ask? I know that we will get married one day, and we've just never put pressure on that chapter of our life. One, it's like being in the financial position to be able to fund all of that. Like, getting engaged is expensive, planning a wedding is expensive. So we've just kind of had our money invested into other things. Like, we've renovated houses, we've been really busy doing that. We've moved 6 times in the years that we've been together. So yeah, it's just never been, like, I've never put pressure on Brad to propose to me because it's not been my priority or his priority yet in our life, which I think is totally fine. Like, everyone does things at different paces, everyone does them at different times. So at least we still have it all to look forward to, and that's what I always think. Like, we've been to so many gorgeous weddings from our friends and we've experienced all of that with them, and then one day it'll be our turn. Like I say, everyone does this process differently. I just personally knew that I've never tried on engagement rings ever, and I've never even really had an idea in my mind of what I would love. So to be able to give Brad some kind of idea is literally impossible. So yeah, he was like, why don't you just go and have a look at some? And I was like, noted, I will. I obviously still have no idea on timings. Like, that's the whole point of a proposal. It's meant to be a surprise. So I mean, I'd be surprised if it happened next week or in another 5 years. Like, I'm really not fussed. But I kind of ticked that off the list and I tried on some engagement rings for 2 hours yesterday morning, which was honestly so nice. I recommend doing it. If you have no idea what you want and you're like looking at pictures online, go and try them on because you might be really surprised at what you like. And I honestly feel like I walked away with like loads of options. Like, I actually fell in love with quite a few. So at least Brad can now have some little inside info and obviously still very much put his touch on it. Like, I want him to have the control over that. I'm not going to be like, this is the ring I want, go and buy this, propose to me. Like, that's not really the point. But yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong way in doing it. So if you feel like you want to do that but think it might not be the way you should, honestly, don't worry about it. That's what I did and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, whatever suits you, I think. But that is what I did yesterday. The rest of the week I am kind of just catching up on work, and then on Thursday I'm heading back down to London for another couple of events. I'm meeting up with the girls again, which will be so nice. I've also got breakfast with my manager. So yeah, it's a busy week, but I will keep you guys posted. I am starving though after that workout, so I am gonna make some brekkie. Like I said, I'm gonna have a yogurt bowl, I think. I bought these little bowls from TK Maxx the other day. You guys would have seen in my last vlog, and they're literally the perfect size. We have some mango, and also these are the best things ever. They are really quite expensive. I got this because it was on Club Card price. I think full price they're like nearly £4, which I think is a bit crazy for a pot of yogurt that big. But they have like puree in them. So this is the mango flavour, which will honestly be perfect with this. And then just some fruit and nut granola. So that is what I'm gonna have for my breakfast. I need to go upstairs, get ready, do my makeup, and then I can go and shoot for this campaign. Breakfast is made. I've literally just popped some sliced mango with some honey on the top and then some coconut with granola and the yogurt that I just showed you guys. I also just have one of these from the gym. This is the Vitamin Well Elevate. It's the pineapple and wild strawberry flavour. This is literally my favourite. They just have like vitamins in them. I mean, this one is vitamin B12, folic acid, magnesium and zinc. They have loads of these and they all have different things in them. But I'm just gonna finish this with my recce and I can go and get ready for the day. Breakfast has been had. I'm gonna sit and do my makeup now. I'm just gonna leave my hair in a slick back because it desperately needs a wash. I actually have a new primer to try. I don't know where I've put it though. I need to find it. But I've been using this for the longest time, which is the Weleda Skin Food. I'm obsessed with this, but I've recently found out it's a foot cream. So I don't know why I've been rubbing this all over my face, but I literally just have not found anything that works as good as that. Like, it's so glowy. But I did try this. Millie had this and it's the Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. And I actually really liked it and I had some compliments on my skin that evening that I used this. But I was also pairing it with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which is literally just the best thing ever. So I don't know if it's the primer or the foundation that gave me the compliments that night. But I'm going to try this again because I'd much rather be using this than a foot cream. I'm just going to do some light makeup because I only need to take a few Instagram pictures. Also, I got some new slippers. These are from ASOS. I think they were like 20 quid, if that. They're from Loungeable, which is like my new favourite pyjama brand on ASOS. I'm obsessed with it. And I just thought these were so cute. So they are my going into the next season slippers. Anyway, let's do my makeup. I really need to sort myself out a little station to actually get ready in because I'm just currently sat on my bedroom floor at the minute in front of the mirror. This really is a serum. It's like so slippy. Can you see that? It literally just glides on. I'm still very red from the gym. It takes so long for my redness to go down, but honestly, if you go to the gym and you feel embarrassed if you go red, don't worry about it. You literally can't control it. So there's no point in being embarrassed about it. It's gonna happen every time. Like, that's what I always think. That feels nice on the skin and it's kind of sticky but not too bad. Like, I've seen people literally stick things to their face. I have very recently cleared out my office and I have said to you guys on here that it was probably the biggest mistake I've ever made. So I thought I'd just quickly run over that whole scenario and fill you in. If you guys have seen my recent TikTok where I kind of opened up about how I've been feeling lately, and when I say lately I mean like for the past probably over a year, I've just been really struggling mentally and it took me a while to kind of get out of the funk that you're in where you just don't even want to do anything about it. Like, it takes any random day to just wake up and think, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to feel like this. I want to get out of this mindset and want to actually help yourself. But sometimes it can take a while to get there. It can take a while to like open up to people or admit even to yourself that you are struggling. And yeah, I was massively struggling for quite a while, to be fair. And obviously last year we were in a different house. We lived in the city and we were basically renovating the house to, we knew we were going to sell it. So it wasn't necessarily like our forever home. We weren't that like attached to it or anything, and we definitely didn't have too much space in there for me being able to film or having like a dedicated office space. So my work home life was like completely merged, and I think I struggled with that even more because I wasn't really feeling like I was being very productive. I was not like essentially going out to work and coming home and chilling. I was just kind of blurring everything into one. And that usually works absolutely fine when I feel fine, but when I don't, I do definitely need that kind of work-life balance and to split it. So yeah, while we were living there and while I didn't necessarily have huge amounts of space to film and everything, I thought it would be a great idea to go and rent an office space, which at the start was a great idea and I loved it and I was really happy with the space and everything. But it was in the city, which when we lived there was literally 10 minutes from us. And I think I just got it at a time where I felt like it would be the answer to me feeling a bit crap, and I thought it would give me like this new lease of life and make me feel really motivated again and really pick me up in that sense, but it just didn't. So if anything, I then felt more pressure to go because obviously it was an investment. I was obviously paying rent for this place and just not using it. But I was only not using it because I was just gradually feeling more and more depressed, I guess. I did kind of address in the video that I definitely feel like the state of mind that I was in was a very depressive state. And the worse I felt and the more I wasn't doing anything about it and the more I was just trying to motivate myself in other ways, for example with this office space, it was just not helping. Like, I just was not giving myself a break. And then obviously the pressure of feeling like I needed to go and use it because I've paid for it now just made everything so much worse. So yeah, that's kind of why it was the biggest mistake and biggest like waste of money I've ever experienced. And I'm only addressing it because I think it's a prime example of when you don't feel your best and you do end up putting a lot of pressure on yourself, and you try and find ways to kind of pick yourself back up again, and you're like, come on, like, you're fine, you can do this. You just need a bit of inspiration in your life maybe, and you just try all these different avenues other than just addressing what's actually going on in your head. And that was what I was doing. I feel like I was just completely running from my problems that I actually needed to deal with to be able to get back on track, and just trying to cover them with all these things. Like I said again in the video, I just was not in the frame of mind to film anything, let alone go into this office space and use it the way I should have been. I definitely know now to give myself a bit more grace rather than just piling on a load of pressure and trying to pick yourself up in ways that you probably are going to feel worse for. Like, it can even be as simple as if you are not feeling your best and you have like an event coming up with friends and you're feeling the pressure to go, just be honest with your friends. If they're your true friends, they'll understand. And I think sometimes pressuring yourself to go to these things and to show up and put your face on will just make you crash even more and make the whole healing process a lot longer. So yeah, that is a lesson I've learned. And like I say, mistakes are to be learnt from. We're out the other side and no one's been hurt, so just my bank account. But obviously now we are in our gorgeous forever home. We have all the space in the world here, where we've obviously got so many plans to renovate this place further and extend and make it exactly what we want it to be. But I will eventually have an office space here in the back bedroom. So we have like a small guest bedroom at the minute that is set up as a guest bedroom so people can stay over. But eventually my office stuff will go in there, which we have obviously brought over now. So I have bits and bobs everywhere, and I only got onto this conversation because, like I said, I'm currently sat on the floor doing my makeup, but eventually I'll have like a desk set up with some lights and everything. Anyway, ramble over. I am gonna finish doing my makeup. I need to head to mum and dad's to shoot these pictures, so I'll have a quick catch up with them as well. I will chat to you a little bit later, I guess. I'm back already, but my makeup is done, and I thought I would just show you the mascara that I've used because I'm literally obsessed with it. It's the new tubing mascara from UK Lash, but it's in brown. This is in mocha. I just feel like it's a lot more subtle, especially for the daytime. So highly recommend this. I wore it yesterday as well, and it was actually really easy to get off. Obviously with it being a tubing mascara, you could literally like pull it off your lashes, but I just used the LMS Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm last night for my skincare. But yeah, that is what my face is looking like with a huge pile of washing behind me. Keeping it real. Good morning guys, it is now Saturday, so it's the weekend, and Brad is actually out all day today. He's gone to watch the football and play golf. If there isn't a more man-coded day, then I actually don't know what is. I've had a bit of a slow morning. I did wake up at 7, I don't know why. He's playing golf in London, so we had to get up early, and it just woke me up. So I literally just sat and scrolled on my phone for an hour. So it's now 8:30 and I'm finally up and ready. I've still got my pajamas on, but I'm just gonna have a chilled day, so it's fine to be in my PJs. But I thought I would really quickly speak to you guys about these. Skip ahead if you're not bothered about like vitamins and things like that. This is not sponsored in any way, but these are some like supplement vitamins that I've been taking for about 3 weeks now, I want to say. And the brand is called Ditto. My mom actually found these and sent me a link to them because all of the ingredients in these is like targeted towards women's health, and specifically like your menstrual cycle, your periods, helping with pain, bloating. There are parts of it that can help with like your flow and how heavy you are and stuff, which is great and something I desperately need. Obviously I've spoken to you guys like years ago about struggling with periods and how horrifically bad mine continue to be, but just the conversations with doctors about stuff like that honestly just feels not even worth it at this point. And there's been probably like 3 occasions where I've properly tried to get a diagnosis or get anywhere with those conversations with my local GP, and nothing ever really comes of it. So to be honest, it is a bit like demotivating, and I hear loads of people's stories like they finally get answers and stuff, but I think it sometimes just then becomes normalized in your own head. Like to me, that's just what my periods are, and I know they're not necessarily meant to be. So I thought I would give these a go because I honestly saw so many reviews of people absolutely raving about them. You literally just take 2 a day. You can take them at any point in the day, so you don't have to like take them in the morning or on an empty stomach or anything like that. And they're just these tiny little capsules. I don't know if this is going to focus. Look at all the little vitamins in there. I thought they were so cool. Obviously not the reason to take them, but yeah, really easy to take. Like they're a tablet you just swallow, but I don't have any issues in taking them. I would say I'm noticing a difference. Like I get so fatigued around my period specifically, or in general to be honest. And I think because I lose so much blood. This is probably really TMI, and sorry, I hope you've clicked off if you don't want to hear about this. But yeah, because I lose so much blood over the week of my period, the week after I'm just like wiped out because my iron levels are even lower. So if I can try anything like that, if it is helping a little bit, then great, and we'll see where we get to. But I know at some point I do need to add it back to the to-do list to talk to someone and see if we can do something about that situation, because it's not fun. I just wanted to mention those to you guys in case you wanted to look into them. Obviously, they're not just for like your menstrual cycle or anything. They are just vitamins that are targeted towards women more than just a general whole. Anyway, that's my little science lesson over. I obviously went to the event on Thursday and met up with the girls, which was a super cute day, but I didn't take my camera at all, so apologies, didn't see anything. But we did get a goodie bag, so I thought I'd just really quickly run you through this, and I also have some PR bits to show you as well. So the event was to look at all of the new Look Fantastic like Christmas gift sets. They have some little advent calendars coming out, and they have like mini perfumes in. And when I say mini, I mean like imagine this but shrunk down about 20 times. They're literally like this big. They were so cute. And the girl that we were chatting to said they'd be like the perfect little party favors, like on the table with your place name. How cute would that be? But obviously there's a little gift set as well, like to try all the different perfumes before you go and buy the full size, or for travel, they'd be perfect. So they had so much stuff, like so many gift sets are coming in. But they also had a little Jo Malone stand, and we got gifted a candle, which is crazy because this is a pomegranate noir candle. Smells divine. It literally smells like the Jo Malone shops. Like when you walk in, I feel like this is one of their signature scents. But even more cute, we could get the lids engraved. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. So I got a date on here. The girl actually gave me the idea to do this. This was not an original idea. I got the 30th of the 8th, 13, which is mine and Brad's anniversary date. And then I got E and B as our initials, which I just thought was so cute. There was a new scent that we tried as well, actually. I can't for the life of me remember it. I think it is like their newest release scent. 10 out of 10. That is going straight on my Christmas wish list because it was unbelievable. And then in our little goodie bag, we have some treats. We got some Medicate stuff, which I've heard so much about, and I feel like they are just blowing up everywhere. The girl that does my Botox, and I've had a facial from her before, she was raving about Medicate last time I spoke to her. So it was really interesting to speak to the girls that were working on this stall to really like understand how all the products work, and it sounds incredible. So we have the Retinol 6, which I believe you like go up in the levels of this, so the strength of it gets stronger as your skin gets used to it. And then the Colour Wow Money Mist, which I have been meaning to try. A lot of people do their slick backs with this. If you know anything about me, you'll know that my hair is 9 times out of 10 in a slick back. So this is just like a light leave-in conditioner, which yeah, I think is going to be perfect for that. And then the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I have not had a top up of this for years. I haven't used it for so long, but this used to be my favorite powder, so I'm intrigued to try this again. This is just in translucent. What a throwback. And then some chocolate, dark fruit and nut. Sounds like a bit of me. This came through the door the other day, which is so fun. This is the Gucci mascara, Lash by Lash Length and Volume mascara. I'm really intrigued to try this. I don't think I've ever tried any Gucci beauty before. I just think designer makeup is so bougie. Like, look at that. What a stunning mascara. I kind of don't want to open it because I feel like when you open these products, as soon as you let the air in, it's just going to start drying out. So we'll save her for when mine runs out. And then my absolute faves, I got some gifting from LMS. I'm obsessed with LMS. If I go to a spa, I would way prefer their products that they use in all the treatments and stuff to be LMS over anything. I just think they smell incredible. They work wonders on my skin. And this bad boy has been my best friend in skincare for literally years now. This is the Pro Collagen Marine Cream. Nothing beats it, honestly. And then this is the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I've actually not tried this one. This is the Green Fig Cleansing Balm. I've obviously had the original and the rose one. The original's always been my fave. That smells really good. I would actually say if you're not the biggest fan of like scented products, that will probably be a better scent for you because it's not that strong. Whereas the other two are definitely like, you smell like you're in a spa, which I personally love, but I know it's not for everyone, so that might be one to try. And then we have the Pro Collagen Eye Revive Mask. I've actually not tried this, but I've been meaning to get some eye creams and start focusing on that area of my skin because we're aging, we're 28 now, so we're losing our collagen, which is great because all of these are pro collagen stuff. And then the LMS Superfood facial oil, I have actually tried this and really enjoy it. Again, it just smells incredible. Their products are just so indulgent. I love it. Another fave skincare brand, Bioma. I love these guys. If you do have sensitive skin, highly recommend checking this out. Brad has actually got pretty sensitive skin. He does just have to be careful with what he puts on there. So I've basically gifted a load of my Bioma stuff to him because it's like majority unscented. It's got really nice natural products in it. It's not harsh at all. Even the exfoliants really aren't that harsh. This is a redness relief soothing toner. If you have ever seen me step foot in a gym, you will know I go the color of this bag, like I'm actually not even exaggerating, I go so red. I do suffer with a lot of redness like around my cheeks, around my nose. That's mainly it, to be honest. But I thought this just sounds right up my street. I have said before, but Bioma are basically all about rebuilding your skin barrier and protecting it rather than like exfoliating everything off. So that's why everything's just super nice and gentle on your skin. Ooh, I think it's a spray. That is so fun. I've not had a spray product from Bioma before. Love that. I will give this a go and let you know how I get on. And then the final thing that we have is so cute. It's literally like a mini suitcase, which I personally love because, like I say, I have this summer holiday booked and everyone is in the thick of autumn right now. Matrix, hair stuff, 10 out of 10, can't beat it. It's literally all we have in the shower at the minute. Oh my God, this is so cute. I've got a boarding pass and everything. And also, I've just spotted a mini Space NK little carrier. These are the best things since sliced bread, especially for traveling or just to pop in your handbag. So in here we have a mini hydrating hair treatment, great for slick backs, and that is such a good little travel size. And then we also have their hair oil. I love this so much. Another little hair oil. And then of course, shampoo and conditioner. This is the Hydrate It range. A top up of this bad boy. This is their hair mask and it literally lasts so long. Like look how big this tub is. Also it smells absolutely incredible. But anyway, that is all the little PR bits that I was very kindly sent over from brands and got gifted at the event. So huge shout out to those guys. But also I forgot about these last night, so I'm hoping they're gonna be okay. I had an accidental Freddy's Flowers delivery, which I'm literally not mad at because I still have an account and sometimes I forget to skip the weeks. So yeah, sometimes I just randomly get a nice surprise at the door, which is great. So I'm gonna pop these flowers in the vase that my anniversary ones are in from Brad because they are looking a little bit worse for wear. So I feel like they could do with a refresh. But like I say, I am just having a super chill day. I might pop out with my mum a little bit later and have a girly catch up with her. Otherwise, I'm gonna make myself an iced coffee, which I'm very much looking forward to. And I tripped and fell into the bakery yesterday and picked up a cinnamon bun. So I'm gonna have that for breakfast, I think.
Stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around, and nothing's ever lifting me higher than a touch of your sweet desire. What we're all built in right. We just have to hold on through the night as long as we are watching.
I am sat in the lounge with my coffee. This is probably one of the best ones I've made and I've not done anything different. So I'm not sure why, but I'm going to enjoy this and I'm going to catch up on Towie. I've really recently got back into watching it. I haven't watched it for years. Everyone is currently watching The Summer I Turned Pretty and I just don't have any interest in watching that. So I'm going to stick to my reality TV at the minute. But yeah, this is going to be me for the next couple of hours. I really am having a chilled morning, which is actually quite nice.